And developing now, Colorado Senator Mark Udall is apologizing for remarks he made about 2 Americans executed by ISIS. Our political specialist Sean Boyd is here with exclusive reaction to the uproar, not just from Udall, but also his opponent.
Yeah, Jim, this has created a national firestorm. I spoke with Senator Udall and Congressman Cory Gardner today by satellite. At issue is Udall's contention that ISIS is not an imminent threat to the U.S. and his assertion that 2 American journalists murdered by ISIS agree with him that the U.S. shouldn't rush to action. The incumbent senator's remarks came during a debate Saturday.
I said last week that ISIL does not present an imminent threat to this nation, and it doesn't.
Udall insisted the U.S. response should be measured, cautious, the kind of response, he said, 2 Americans beheaded by ISIS would want.
I can tell you, Steve Soloff and James Foley would tell us, don't be impulsive. Horrible and barbarous as those executions were, don't be impulsive. Come up with a plan that will knock ISIL back.
I remember at the time thinking, I can't believe that Senator Udall just invoked the name of 2 American citizens who have been killed by terrorists and using them to justify his excuse for saying that we don't have a strategy.
Gardner called the remarks outrageous.
I believe that it's time for Senator Udall to stop hiding behind this president's lack of strategy and actually step forward and acknowledge that this is a terrorist organization that poses a threat that we must address and deal with.
We saw what happened when we rushed into Iraq some 12 years ago.
Udall told me he stands by his assessment of ISIS after a briefing from the head of the CIA and National Intelligence.
And they confirmed that ISIL is a brutal and sophisticated organization that presents a true threat in the Middle East. They made it clear that an imminent threat, which would be an attack today or tomorrow, doesn't present itself right now.
But within the Obama administration, there's disagreement. The Secretary of Defense said just 2 weeks ago ISIS is an imminent threat. Udall released a statement regarding his remarks about the Americans killed by ISIS, saying, "I should not have invoked the names of James Foley and Steven Sotloff. It was inappropriate, and I sincerely apologize."
All right. Gets more interesting every day, doesn't it?
Doesn't it?
Thanks, Sean.